You guys might laugh, but out of every single performer that Zombie Sailor was able to get signed onto their toy line, King Kong Bundy was the one that I saw they were making him, and I was like, I will take your entire stock, sir. I can't describe why I enjoy this man so much. Maybe it has something to do with that one errant nipple. From Zombie Sailor Toys and their Wrestling Heels and Faces line, this is the King Kong Bundy, a WWF Hasbro style King Kong Bundy. On the back you can see, of course, this was designed by Ron Rudant, the legend himself. Here's the blueprints. Here's some facts about him. He is from Atlantic City, New Jersey, 458 pounds, 6'4". Bundy's enormous physique is so massive that he's often referred to as the walking condominium. Okay, it took me a second. While a 3 count is needed to win a wrestling match, Bundy demanded the referee count to 5 while he has his opponent pinned. I love that gimmick, by the way. Big E did something similar to NXT. And then King Kong Bundy finishes off his victims with the avalanche, a big splash into the corner. All fairly decent stuff. I do like when they occasionally put joke fun facts down there, like they did it with One Man Gang, where they're like, he was last seen in deepest, darkest Africa. But, you know, it's nice to also show nothing but reverence to these guys. And now, let's actually open up this figure, see what we think. Bundy is pretty incredible, I'll just say it now. I love everything about this. Look at his big, doofy head sculpt. Motherfucker's just like, ah, this is great. His proportions look really solid. He doesn't have quite as much of a gut on him as I might think with the King Kong Bundy, but, you know, action figures are supposed to make these guys look like larger than life. You do have rotations in the shoulders, a rotation at the head, a rotation at the waist. There's no gimmick here, but hey, that's Zombie Sailor Toys. They just want to give you the best figure they can in the style of the Hasbros. And you also do have wrist articulation because these hands are removable. Here, there we go. So, I want to show you guys this. It's going to be the first time I'm actually going to show it on video. First, we're going to look at some other Zombie Sailor toy figures that would have gone with King Kong Bundy, and then show how they kind of can interact with each other. We'll call them Territory Days Contemporaries. We have Fellows Series 2 Zombie Sailor toy figures with Bruiser Brody and the Blue Stripe Andre the Giant, as well as the Series 3 One Man Gang. So, I do want to point this out first. I thought One Man Gang was just a total repaint of Bruiser Brody, of King Kong Bundy, and that's not quite the case. I do think the torsos are shared, and then they just added black to give him the t-shirt, but the arms are different, and the lower body is different as well. So, I thought that this was a lot closer than they wound up being. But, here's the thing I did want to show. So, as I showed before, you of course have these removable hands. Boop. Not every Zombie Sailor toy figure has that. If we look at Bruiser Brody here, he was designed a bit earlier. He does not have the interchangeable hands. But if I took One Man Gang here, boop, I can put that hand back on. And it doesn't really work just because the skin tones are different. But if we were to get someone who was a little bit closer in skin tone, it would work. I do enjoy the fact that we do have those options, because it feels like every figure you buy now, you have something else you could add or change out if you really wanted to. I'm not going to make much use of that. I kind of prefer these guys, how they look out of the box, but it is nice to know you can do that. Also, I'm sorry, I really like this. So, we have the bad guy from WrestleMania 3, the bad guy from WrestleMania 2. I'm talking about main events, of course. Give me just one sec. Alright, the Mattels look so much worse compared to the Zombie Sailor figures, but still, I do like the fact that now we have the main event from WrestleMania 1, the main event heel from WrestleMania 2, and the main event heel from WrestleMania 3. We're about to get a new Hogan, so that's just going to go with these guys. So, yeah, strike 1 point for my stupid interests. I'm going to level with you guys. The recording in this video has just been riddled with issues, so I want to leave it positive because this figure is awesome and I adore it. There's so many things going wrong in this video right now that is not this figure's fault. So, let me just say, I totally recommend King Kong Bundy. I don't think it's the best figure Zombie Sailor's ever done. I think that I still prefer the Andre and the Bruiser Brody to Bundy, but he is still just a phenomenal figure.